Hey everyone, today we're gonna make some Scotcharoos that don't require corn syrup. So corn syrupless Scotcharoos. These are really good. I made them once before and my husband loved them. So I just figured I'd make them again and share the recipe this time. So got my saucepan out. To this, I am going to add a half a cup of honey and a half a cup of sugar. Just pulling my recipe back up just to make sure. Okay, half a cup of honey and a half a cup of sugar. I'm gonna use coconut sugar for my sugar, but you can use white sugar if you rather. I used white sugar last time, so figure this time I'll use coconut sugar. Half a cup of that. Then a half a cup of honey. Pour that in there. Then we're gonna put in 3/4 a cup peanut butter. I'm using the Kirkland's peanut butter rather than, usually sometimes I use Skippy Natural, but this is actually better for you. This is only peanuts and sea salt. So nothing, no extra sugar or anything in this peanut butter, which is good. So I'm gonna use that. And we don't need it anyway with the sweetness of the sugar that's already in the recipe. We don't need to add peanut butter with sugar. So 3/4 a cup of peanut butter. Keep this peanut butter in the refrigerator so it's a little harder to scoop out because it gets kind of thick. All right, plop that in there. All right, then we're gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm just gonna pour in a little vanilla. Then we'll put in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Kind of have a heaping teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon. All right, then we're gonna take this over to the stove and melt this all together. All right, just keep stirring or whisking this on the stove until it's nice and smooth and everything's all melted together. You don't need to boil it or anything. Just once it reaches that point where it's starting to bubble a little bit, then we'll be ready to add in the Rice Krispies. Okay, it's all nice and melted together. So I'm just gonna bring the whole saucepan over here to the counter, set it on a hot pad, and then we're gonna add in our Rice Krispies. Okay, now we're gonna add our 3 cups of Rice Krispies. And we're gonna be pouring this into a greased 8x8 pan. I've already got my pan greased and ready to go. So I got our 3 cups in there. Grab my spatula, stir that up obviously, mix it up really good. Then I'm gonna be putting this in my 8x8 pan. Then we're gonna melt together 1 cup of chocolate chips and 1 cup of butterscotch chips. You can use semi-sweet milk chocolate or dark chocolate for your excuse me, for your topping. I'm gonna use milk chocolate. I just feel like the milk chocolate with the butterscotch just tastes so good. All right, got this all nice and mixed up. Get it pressed into our pan. Easiest just to press it down with a spatula. Or you can use your hands, that works too. Sometimes I just do that. Just press it down good, smooth it out. The nice thing about this recipe is it doesn't make a ton. Since you're doing it in an 8x8 pan, I mean, they are kind of thick, but I don't know, I feel like it doesn't make an overwhelming amount if you don't need that many or want that many. All right, here we go. Now we're gonna melt our chocolate chips and butterscotch chips together. I'm gonna do that in the microwave. I just stir every 30 seconds till it's good and melted. You can also do that on the stove if you prefer. All right, I have mine all nice and melted here. Mine took exactly a minute. So I stirred at the 30-second mark and then 1 more round of 30 seconds and mine was good and melted. Pour that over the bars. Then you could put these in the fridge if you want them to set a little faster. or even the freezer. Otherwise on the counter, they're gonna take a while, so. All right, there we go. Gonna stick them in the fridge. All right, the bars are done. I've already cut mine, and I like to just keep them on this little dish with the glass lid. I just like to leave our baked goods on the counter. Anyway, these are delicious. If you like Scotcharoos, give this recipe a try. I actually think this tastes better than the Scotcharoos with the corn syrup. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.